All of you are quite familiar with Neil's multiple accomplishments in the field of audio. But my guess is many of you only know a little bit about his background in education. It's been mentioned that he was involved with the very first sound recording program at the Eastman School of Music. But he was one of the best teachers I've ever had the opportunity to witness. He began guest lecturing at Harris Institute when it opened in 1989, and he had an uncanny ability to explain complicated things in the realm of audio in a way that almost anybody could understand. He was truly a spectacular communicator. I don't know how many of you ever, I mean, I assume some of you have seen it, saw him present papers, etc. But when he set his mind to explaining concepts to people that didn't have a background, he was unparalleled. So he guest lectured regularly for many, many years, and then after he became housebound, we decided to do an experiment. And this was the early stages of Skype. So we hooked him up from his house to a classroom at the school, and we used 3 different phone lines plus Skype on the internet, and had computer information going back and forth, had pictures going back and forth so that he could see the students, they could see him. It was quite remarkable. And I think probably the second term that he was teaching, I had the dean from the University of the West of Scotland, who we had just entered into a partnership with, visiting from Scotland. So I thought I'd impress the dean with this new technology we were using. So I invited him into the classroom where Neil was teaching on Skype, and he sat down and he was entranced. And as I was sitting there, I thought, wow, okay, he's probably really impressed with how advanced we are with this technology. And after the longest time, he then turned to me and he said, John, that guy can really teach. He didn't mention the technology because Neil had transcended time and space, and it was like he was in the room. Neil had the ability to do that as a teacher. You didn't even notice that he wasn't there in the room. He seemed like he was there in the room. And the dean, Alex Gilkison, and I, after we left, he went on talking about this fantastic teacher, Neil Muncy.